Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Well Eyes Therapy and Barclay Carter Racing. Miss Stevie Levy, here we are on a Zoom call. God knows how this is
Hey,
going, but it's very nice to see you.
I know, I can't believe it's Christmas already.
It's not Christmas, it's summer.
Jokes, jokes. Now it's good to see you too.
Well, listen, you're a
Well,
big girl in camp at the minute. You've got a fight coming up on the 14th of September at Sheffield United Football Club. Tell me about that.
yeah, boy. It's obviously it's not a massive show, but our main event, which I'm super proud of, because not many people can say they're headlining a show and they've got fighters on their undercard. One being Georgia Klein, who I trained with, got a pro debut, so it's going to be a special night. Got Joe Hayden on it, so back Team Rhino together. Joe Howarth, I think his name is, who David's just signed.
Yeah.
He's on my undercard. How Matt, it sounds weird saying that. That's what it is, isn't it? So, and then there's like 4 or 5 more fights. It's a good amount of fights, and I'm the main event. So I'm absolutely fucking buzzing, to be honest. And I'm really proud of that. Like I say, it might not be a title fight this time. Might not be on a big televised show, but it's going to be special. I'll tell you that.
Well, any show you go on is special, as you well know. It's always good fun, but you are taking it seriously now. You're what 13 fights in your career. You're starting to
This will
get that recognition.
this will be my 14th fight. Yeah. So basically, obviously, I fought for the European title in Poland. Lost that last year. Lost that. Come back. Went straight into another title fight in February. Won that. Straight into another title fight for the British Commonwealth Tyson and lost. So my next fight, obviously, a lot of people come off a loss. So I did get offered like a move around fight. Just get the rounds and get the win. I was like, no, I can't. I said, let's my 14th pro fight. I'm the main event. I have over 100 people coming. I need a challenge, and my opponent on paper, she's not won many fight. People are like, ugh. But records, as they say for DJs, whoop, whoop, even though I'm a DJ, but that's another story. Anyway, this person, David said, this will be her world title fight. To fight you, she's from Sheffield, in our own town as a main event. And I have got a name now in the boxing world, not in a big headed way, but people know I am now. So this is her world title fight. So she is coming to beat me. And it's an 8 rounder. So it's not like I've gone back into a 4 round little move around with some, dumpling, not being rude, but that is how boxing is sometimes. I've got someone coming to take my head off. So it's going to be a wicked fight, and I'm really excited for that. Really excited for that.
Well, I see on your social media you're saying that finally you're going to knock someone out. I think is that the plan? You're going to go and take her out.
Well, do you know what? So this person who I'm fighting, I don't know, I'm tiptoeing around it. Her name's Amy. She's fighting in Dubai 2 weeks after me.
Yeah.
And David said she's not going to accept that fight when she's fighting in Dubai 2 weeks later. I said, well, I'm not really a threat. I've not knocked anybody out. I said, just offer it, because I knew it'd be, I've sparred her. I knew it would be a hard fight. She's game as fuck. She gives people trouble. Do you know what I mean? And I want that. I don't want to go back into like I'm leaving. Well, to be honest, Morgan's been spending a couple of weeks with me, a week with his dad, so I've not been leaving him like, for long, but still, the sacrifice that come in a fight camp. I'm not doing all this to then not have a challenge. I'm past that point now. Anyway, Dave was like, she won't take the fight. Offer it, offer it. They took it like that because they think they're going to beat me, which is great because I want that. But in my head, when they offered it, I thought, oh, imagine if I do get my first knockout and then she can't fight in Dubai, I'll feel terrible. But the thing is, I haven't got any knockouts, and the last thing I'm going to do is go in looking for a knockout because that ain't going to make me box the best of my ability. Plus, in the back of my mind, it is, oh, fucking hell, imagine if I stop her, she can't fight in Dubai. But if she comes out trying to take my fucking head off and she does get knocked out, well, she's probably going to watch this now. That's her fault, innit? They shouldn't be taking this fight when they got a big one 2 weeks later. But saying that, don't pull out, Amy, if you're watching. Don't fucking pull out. I can't. I'm not a knockout artist. Just have a good fight. But shouldn't have said that now. She's probably gonna watch it and be like, "Fuck this, I don't fight." But no, I'm obviously no threat to him, which drives me more because I think, "Fuck you" a little bit. But then on the other hand, I'm like, "Thank you. I'm so glad you took the fight because there ain't many options in England. Do you know what I mean? Unless you want to pay fucking 4 grand for a foreigner to come over." So because I'm back on a small hall selling tickets. So I'm so grateful to her and respectful to her for taking the fight. But at the same time, I'm a little bit offended.
There's no pleasing you, is there?
You know what I mean? It's like fucking hell, like that little of a threat that they're just confident they're going to come in, beat me, and then go to Dubai in 2 weeks. Like fucking hell, am I that much of a pushover? But I just see it's going to be an 8 round war, but I am going to beat her. With Ticey, I knew she was a better boxer than me. I knew I could probably out tough her, but I was enjoying my boxing so much because I've only really recently learned to box. You know what I'm like? I'm a white collar boxer, just tough as fuck. Do you know what I mean? That I enjoyed it that much. I didn't give her enough pressure, and I didn't do enough to beat her. However, I don't believe that Amy is going to be as technically as good as Ticey, but she could probably bring it to me a lot more. But that'll play into my hands. And again, if she's watching this, she might be like, "Oh, I'll try and." In my opinion, if she tries to outbox me, I'll win. If she tries to out tough me, I should still win. If I don't beat her, this is no disrespect to her at all. If I don't beat her, where does my career go? Do you know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. I feel like all the pressure's on me. There's no pressure on her at all.
Well, that was my next question. This is a fight. You
I'm just
asked.
good at this sort of thing. You don't need to ask me the questions. I just answer them.
Oh, I've got to get a word in edgeways, haven't I, with you? It's hard enough standing in front of you, mate. I was going to say you are still the EBU silver, title holder. So this
oh,
this fight is an important fight for you because if you come through this fight, the likelihood is you're going to get another big fight on a bigger
yeah,
platform. So this is
100%.
very
Yeah.
important, isn't it?
I would have happily defended this and give her the opportunity to fight for the belt and have a 10 rounder. But not a lot of people understand the cost of putting a title fight on. This is a small hall show. They've got to pay for the weight checks and all sorts. So that was a no go. But I would happily put it on the line and give her a chance to fight for it. I want Morgan to walk out with the belt. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, it's an 8 rounder. But like I say, I've got an 8 rounder against someone coming to beat me rather than I could have just had like an easy 4 rounder. But I think now I like to entertain. I've got such a loyal bunch of fans, I guess you call them, that come from all around the country to support me, and I want to, and I feel like they're going to be a little bit not disappointed, but when the shows that I've been on, this isn't going to be quite the same production wise. So I don't want them leaving thinking, oh, I want them to be like, fucking hell, that fight was awesome. They're not going to give a shit. There was no fucking TVs in the background playing replays. You know what I mean? They're just going to
Yeah.
be so buzzed that they've seen a good fight. Whereas if it was just a walk around 4 rounder, they'd be like, fucking hell, I've travelled 4 hours, spent a lot of money on fuel and tickets and hotels, and that weren't what I was expecting. So all I care about, obviously, A, getting the win, but B, entertaining and putting on my best performance.
Well, it's a good venue actually, Sheffield United Football Club, and I've been to a fight there. It's a great
Well,
location.
actually, while we're on the subject, the venue's changed. I haven't told anybody yet because it's been pissing me off the fact I've got to message everyone and tell them.
Right.
So this could be my chance. Anyone watching this who's bought a ticket off me, I am going to get round to messaging you. It's only a 10-minute walk away. It's now where David had his last fight, Skate Central or something it's called. It's bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know if some people might have thought I'm actually headlining the actual fucking football stadium. Unfortunately, they'd be disappointed because it was obviously only a suite at Bramall Lane. It wasn't actually the fucking
No, but
pitch.
it's a great venue, to be fair. But
I know it would have been. I was really excited to fight there, and when I found out the other day it's been changed, apparently they've stopped doing boxing shows there now. I only found out 2 days ago. I got fuck's sake, man. I'm still obviously when people reserve tickets and that, I have a list and I go around messaging them and collecting money, and I've been putting it off because I've done this for so long now. I don't want to pester people 8 weeks out. I'd rather wait close to the time. So I've still got people that I need to message and sort with. So I thought I'm just going to get my head in it because obviously everything's stressful at the minute. When I've got my head in it, I will message everybody and just explain the venue's changed. But it is anyone's booked a hotel. It's a 10-minute walk. It's not like it's miles away. Pardon me. That's
it's where
gross.
Dave Allen was boxing before, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Dave Allen's boxed there. Yeah,
Bigger
twice I
venue,
think.
bigger venue.
Yeah. So we've got to look at the positives.
Absolutely. We're talking of the positives. You've moved over to Manor Boxing with Gary, haven't you?
Gary and Roger.
How's life?
Rusty Tufty Roger.
How's life up there? You seem to be enjoying it.
Do you know what? Obviously, anyone I've been with, I appreciate, and I've always enjoyed and been happy. There's been a couple of people I've worked with who have been a bit bullish, not David. Hence why I've had to leave them. But with David, I had the best days of my life training with him on his patio, in his hallway, all over the place. But with Roger and Gary at Manor, and Laura said, this is what I need in my life. It's like, obviously, I ain't got parents. They're like having father figures, but 2 of them. David, I love him, but he's one of my best friends as well, but he's not a father figure. Do you know what I mean? I feel like having them 2 as like father figures and the whole team there, it's like a family. Oh, it's what I need. I'm already, yesterday I got a bit teared up just thinking, oh my God, when the fight's over, I'm not going to see him every day again. Like, obviously, because I live so far away, when I'm not in camp, I travel it like twice a week. And then the rest of it, I train myself. And obviously, I work at Box Cross, Jordan Gill's gym, which is fucking amazing. I love it there. But obviously there's not really the pros training there, so a lot of the time I'll be training on my own or I'll join in with the lads if I can, which I still love. But at the minute, I'm with the man of boxing like every single night. We all train together. It's just, I say it's the best days of our lives. Some days I'm emotional, I'm overtired, I'm stressed, as most people are, but I absolutely love it. And I'm so grateful. And even staying at Laura's, I've just said to her, like, I don't take anything for granted, you know. Like, I'm in your house, do you know what I mean? And I love her house. And when you're at someone else's, it's not as stressful. When she comes stays at mine, you know, she ain't got the stresses of real life. When I'm here, I don't have the stresses of real life. We help each other out, cook for each other, do a bit of cleaning for each other. It's just, I live the dream. Like I say, it's been school holidays. Morgan's been here too, so I've not even been missing out on seeing him really.
Yeah, listen, you're in Laura's house, right?
Do you want me to, yeah, well, what should I do? Do
Has
you want me
has
to
she
get her
got
to go for a
downstairs?
tour?
Has she got downstairs loo?
I'm not pissing in a sink like David does.
Let's give us a little look at her downstairs loo.
Of all the things you could look at, you want to look at her downstairs loo?
If I say let's
Why?
look at her bedroom, I'll be getting called a bloody pervert, won't I? Let's have a look
The
at her.
downstairs loo is just weird, man. I was looking at her lovely fridge, look, giant.
Yeah, but it's got stuff on it
Well,
that we shouldn't be
to
allowed to
be
see.
fair, the last person who's been in this toilet was Little Eve having a poo, so oh no, it's clean. It's clean. David has pissed in that sink a few times.
Dave's pissed.
Laura's house is, yeah, he pissed in the sink. Laura's house is absolutely beautiful, and I'm so proud of her because she's a fucking grafter and she owns an absolutely stunning house, and she's one of the hardest workers that I know. And like I said, obviously, when I'm staying here, sometimes she'll be going to work, and I'm in her house. Like obviously, I train in the morning, come back, she'll go to work, and I'll be chilling in her house, and I just think, God, I'm so lucky. Like, but she don't look at me like, oh, you're dusting me house while I'm at work. She's just the most purest soul, as you know, and she's like so happy that I'm comfortable here in her home.
She's
Morgan's back next week.
she's doing really, really well with her gum shields, isn't she? She's doing them for Billy Deniers, Callum Simpson, a
Yeah,
few.
man. Stevi Levi. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, she's smashing it. And we were saying the other night, like, you know, like you've shared her thing. It don't hurt just to share people's little local, but you tagged me in something. It's nice to be nice, and people are starting to share about, and it gets the word about, and then they're passing the word on, and it's lovely, isn't it? Like I put that post last night about the gum shields because I don't think everyone is aware that she does them, and I think, wow, if you're gonna pay. Like, you can buy cheap ones and mould it yourself. As you know, they're fucking wank. If you're going to pay all this money out for fancy boots, fancy kit and all that, look after your teeth. And hers are, I'm not just saying it, they're the top quality and you can get any picture on them. Like, it's mad. So I'm so happy for her that she's getting busier. And I just hope that it keeps getting more and more and more because obviously she still works. That's not her full job. But imagine if she could start, you know, doing more of that and less of the boring work. That'd be lovely for her, wouldn't it?
It'd be
So,
lovely, wouldn't it? Well,
yeah,
listen,
no KO gum shields.
Stevie Levy. Let's talk a little bit about
Everyone's
women's
free.
boxing, right? Because
Excuse
yesterday
me.
or the day before, Turkey Al Sheikh announced the October the 12th card over in Saudi Arabia.
That's excellent.
And for the very first out, do be quiet, you. For the very
I will keep my mouth shut, so I'll never get a fight over there.
good God, could you imagine Stevie Levy in Saudi Arabia? They would not know what's hit him.
Well, apparently they take your passport and you only get it back if you behave, don't you? So I'm a bit scared to even go, to be honest.
You'd probably have to emigrate, mate, to be fair.
No, they'd soon chuck me out.
But listen, what they've done is they've finally got the first female world title fight out there. Raven Chapman versus Sky Nicholson. What a great fight. Tell me what you think about that fight. Finally, that Raven gets a chance against Sky.
When I first met Raven, yeah, like, God, no, a few years back now, when I was on Matchroom, she was on there as well. And she'd only had a couple of fights, or we both only had a couple of fights. And back in them days, I used to be like, oh, I'll never win a title. I'm just happy to be boxing. And then as the time's gone on, I thought, wait a minute, I can win a title. Wait a minute, I've got to be a world champion. I started believing myself. I remember talking to her dad and her trainer and that, they were already practicing training against Southpaws because Serrano was the world champion at the time.
Correct.
And I'm thinking, wow, as if they're already preparing for the world champion and they're like 2 fights in. That's insane. But they've had this vision from the start. But she is capable. Like I'm still learning so much. Like I still see myself as a bit naff. I'm not gonna lie. I do believe myself, but then I see amateurs sometimes and think, fucking hell, you're better than me. Oh God. But I'm better than them in other ways. I guess it's not just about your box ability. It's the whole package of being a professional
Of
boxer in it.
course.
But anyway, Raven has got the whole fucking package, and she's awesome. And like, I've sparred her, and I think she's playing with me. Fuck, like she even sparred Tyson Fury and was landing shots at him. Come on. But anyway, yeah. So they've had that goal from the start. So for her to now get that, and even obviously it's Sky, not Serrano, they've been training for a southpaw. She'll be so ready for it. I can't see anyone beating Raven, but saying that, it's hard to see anyone beating Sky. They're so different, aren't they? So it's such an exciting fight. And also, I keep looking at these shows thinking, where's the fucking women? Now the women are on there, that's paving the way for us to get. I was talking to Sandy Ryan the other day because I'm good friends with her as well. And I was saying, you headline the show in Vegas, in New York, sorry. That is giving people like me the hope and dreams that could happen to me one day. Because you never would have thought women would be headlining shows, would you? Let alone in New York and fighting in Saudi. So it helps people like me push more in your mind, aim
I'm
bigger. Do you know what I mean?
I'm telling you now, at some point in your career, you will get on one of these big shows again, and
I think so.
I think you will, because you know what? One thing I know about you, you know, you're very honest with everybody about how you are and how you're feeling, but you are progressing, you are getting better. You know, you are a EB.
Yeah, that's what, after that last fight, I've improved, haven't I? I couldn't be too upset
Yeah,
about it because I wasn't expected to beat her. She should be a world champion, Ticey, from France. No one expected me to do that well against her. So I'm improving, didn't I?
exactly, and that's
Sorry
the
about
whole
him.
point. 13 fights in the you know, in the professional sort of ranks. You know, probably five of the six of those are learning fights at the very, very beginning. You know, you're learning your trade. Then you go into that period where you sort of got to have a go, but you know you're not quite as good as the person you're fighting, but you've still got to have a go to learn. And then
Yeah,
you get to the stage where you are good enough. You know, our
yeah,
50-50 fights, and you've proved that in first time out. And, you know, you've got an EBU silver, which is, yeah, a great belt as well. So
yeah.
I think you cut yourself short a little bit. I think you should have a little
Well,
bit.
I got offered about, I don't know if it was a year or two ago, I got offered to fight on the Garcia, was it Garcia who fought Tank? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the undercard in Vegas against Tank's sister. I didn't know he had a sister. This she was like 6-0, 6 KOs, few weights above me, shit money. I'm like, yes, please. Dave was like, no way. I'm like, but it's Vegas. He went, you will get splattered. I was like, splatter me in Vegas. I don't give a fuck. He's like, no, no, no. The money's shit, you know. And I was like, please, like. And I got really upset because I thought, I want the experience. I want to go to fucking Vegas and fight on a big card. And he was like, no, because if you get knocked out there, you won't be able to fight for a title back in England. And Izzy had promised a Commonwealth title fight at the time. So it was like, oh, you do need saving from yourself sometimes. I also had a holiday booked for me and Morgan. And I like the week after that would have been. And I thought, oh, maybe flying back from there, concussed. And then in the end, we had to say no, but I was gutted. But he said, "Look, you're still on the rise here. We want to push for a world title one day.
Exactly.
If that don't happen, then you can go and take fights like that abroad. But at the minute, I'm not just a number maker upper, am I? Or a journeywoman. So
Oh,
I get why he said no. But mate, I'd be splattered in Vegas. I don't give a fuck. I ain't scared. I'd have been right cool. I'd have been there
promise
for my
me,
30th birthday.
promise me, if you ever go to Las Vegas, I'm coming as part of your team because I am not missing that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, because you're a person. What's the word, didn't you? A media person.
Videographer as
Like,
well, yeah.
yeah, man. Are you free on September 14th? Do you want to come?
Say that again.
Are you free on September 14th?
I might be.
Just
Uh,
come as a guest. Don't work. You ain't got to work. Just come as one of our friends, mate. Come in the change room and come and watch the fight.
yeah, listen, it's very kind of you to offer. I think it's what's on the 14th. I think it's Misfits on the 14th in Newcastle, but we'll see. I haven't
Yeah.
decided. September's a really, really sort of funny month for us media guys because we're just starting to get back into some of the bigger shows. We've got a few
Yeah.
of interviews to do
Are
and
you
stuff.
are you are you going to Dublin on the 30th for the Misfits?
Yes.
I want to go. One of my mates, Jesse Clark's fighting, and I might want to go, but it's like A, I don't think it's gonna cost a lot of money to travel, hotel, and ticket, and B, 2 weeks away from a fight. But then I don't drink anyway, so I'd still go to bed, wouldn't I? I'd probably get an early night there than if I was at work.
We might have to talk about that one off camera.
You need an assistant to carry your camera around. I'd love to go to it, I would.
Well, listen, what's the plan after this one? Because you know you said it's going to be a tough fight, but you're planning to
Dave,
come through that fight. What is the plan next for you?
well, Cass was saying to me, David's got a good plan for you, but David hasn't told me the plan. But I've not really queried him, so I do trust him. But I mean, you know, when you have hunches, yeah?
Yeah,
But we've got a hunch that I will get off of the Fran Hennessy fight on Sky eventually. Because I mean, I mean, when I went to that weighing thing in Barnes the other day, they all knew who I was, and I didn't even know they knew who I was, to be honest. And also, she fought Norek, didn't she? After I did, no, I
Yeah.
beat Norek, didn't I? So, and he said, I reckon you get offered that fight. And it's funny because I was like, oh, I'd love to fight on Sky. And I've been on Sky, do you know what I mean? And I thought, and I'm just being honest because I'm always honest. I've watched the social media and thought, oh, she's a bit cocky, you know. I'll fight her. Met her in real life. She's adorable. She is so adorable. I love her. Like, damn it, I wanted to think, fuck you, I'll punch you. But I'm like, oh, but if the fight comes up, then it's like, fuck, like me and Ticey. Fuck the friendship. It's a fight. But yeah,
Be a
no, I've
good
just got
fight
a
that
hunch
as
maybe
well.
up. Huh?
It'll be a great fight that as well.
I think so because she is an up and coming prospect, but I mean, she's still got a lot to prove. She's young, isn't she? So they're not gonna. I mean, I think she was calling Emily Bridges out a little while back, and you got to stay in your lane a bit, haven't you? I'm no gatekeeper for anybody. I'm not at that point where I've lost enough fights that I'm just but Steve, you'll be a test. I am pursuing to be a world champion, but at the same time, she'd have a better chance beating me than jumping in with like fucking probably I don't know Shannon Courtney or someone next. Do you know what I mean? Obviously,
Yeah.
I wanted that fight a while ago. That got ignored. She made it out she didn't know who I was. She does because I saw her at David's waiting on the Fraser Clark wing, and she put her head down and walked away. I wasn't calling her out in a gobby way. I was like, let's see who's better. I'll be a good fight for you. Do you know what I mean? You keep coming back, then disappearing, coming back, disappearing. Let's have a good fight. But she didn't want to know it. But that's probably because she ain't really got nothing to gain from fighting me. She wants belts straight up, don't she? So maybe when I've got another belt one day, she might want to fight me. Who knows? But she's very, very, very good. I just want to see how good I am. You don't know unless you fight good people, do you? I think that's how more boxers should be. Wanting to
But
test themselves, not scared to lose the fight. Like,
you're a great example of that, actually. Your record's 10-3, but the three that you've gone in with have been bloody good
I
fights.
fought Guanini
Title fight.
after 4 fights. She was a former champion, and she'd only just lost to Ellie Scotney. David, like, no, because I was meant. Eddie Hearn promised me another fight on Matchroom, yeah, after that one, the first one, and we didn't
I
end up
think
for
you, I
age.
think, I think you scared Eddie Hearn to bits, mate.
I think if I'd have been like a really incredible boxer back then, I think he'd have snapped me up because he really likes me. He knows I'm good with people and whatever. But it's just my boxing ability still now isn't quite at that point where we need to sign her up. Do you know what I mean? But it will be because I am improving. But at the minute, it's not. So but he said I'd have another fight on Matchroom, and we were holding out. Dave was like, "Look, we're gonna have to look elsewhere." I'm like, "No, we'll get an offer," and we got this offer to fight in Barcelona, and it was against this woman who was like 5-0, right tall. Hey, you watched Money Heist,
Yes.
the series? Hey, you watched it all?
Yes.
So like in the later series where you get them when camo painted people.
Yeah.
She's an actress. She's from that. I was going to fight one of the women from Money Heist. I love that series. Even though the Malson's all out, who gives a fuck? It's worth it, innit? Anyway, so I'm like, oh my god, buzzing, training for some right tall person. Next thing, she's pulled out. No, like what the fuck? And then they put Guinini was in Dina Forsland, who is the
Yeah.
ultimate bantamweight in the world. Can I just say I think she's going to clear that? No disrespect to Nina Hughes, Sugar Neeks, any of the bantamweights in that tournament, but Dina Forsland is something else. Was she 20-0, 10 KO, something? Anyway, that's a different story. He was in camp with her. So they didn't just have someone jump in to fill the gap. She was in a proper fight camp with Dina Forsland. And I said, David, please. He was like, no, no. I said, please. I have my heart set. I'm going to Barcelona for a match room. So you let me give it a go. And I went from doing 4 rounders to an 8 rounder with her. And fucking hell, I got more credit for the last round than she got for the whole fight. And I got absolutely battered. But what an experience. And now I showed the world then who I was and what a heart I've got and determination, a hard bastard, and no disrespect to my trainer at the time. Paul, love him, done so much for me. The only instructions he was giving me through that whole fight was keep breathing, keep punching. And that's why he stepped away in the end. He said, oh, you need proper training to train you because he just stepped in when I had nobody. And he was like a dad figure to me.
Yeah.
But in terms of the boxing, David, he was like, you need a coach who's going to teach you things. So again, I moved on from Paul Blessing, but everything he done for me got me where I was at that point. Do you know what I mean? And he got me
Absolutely.
through the fight. And
Well,
in the last round, I nearly fucking knocked her out, man. But it's good job I didn't because I could have been thrown in for a world title next against Sally Scotney, and that wouldn't have gone well at that time. So
maybe not.
everything for a reason.
Well, listen, I'm so pleased that you've got a really good plan, a good team behind you, and you're improving every single time, not just physically but mentally as well. You understand the dynamics of the boxing world now. You get it. You know what you've got to do. And I've absolutely no doubt that Stevi Levi at some point in the next couple of fights will be on a big fight, which is where you belong, mate, because the public love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you've got good people around you, and you got to remember that Dave Allen knows his stuff. You know, and you got Loza around you, a good team in the gym, you know, and a good family life as well. So everything sort of adds up, and you're at that stage now in your career where you're knowledgeable enough in all of those areas to step yourself up and
Yeah.
get another go at something bigger. So I'm
You know
really
what the most frustrating, annoying thing is fucking what people don't understand is the money. I'm not even getting paid for this fight. I'm main event on Overcard and I'm not getting paid.
no,
No one understands that. That's why you need like I've been asked about for sponsor. I've got some sponsors who have helped me like from the start in different ways, but you just really people don't understand, do they? Like
no.
I'm having to miss work. I can only work weekends at the minute because I'm here full time. So then when I should be resting at weekends, I'm working, and it's like I don't think people realize. I bumped into someone once, and I was looking at something in JD, and he was like, "Oh, you see really boxing?" I was like, "Yeah, you're right." He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just looking at jumping. Why don't you buy it?" I went, "I can't." He went, "What do you mean? You're a professional boxer?" I'm like, "Wait a minute. Do you think that means I've got loads of money or something? Like I'm actually losing money at the minute. Not that doing it for me, but it'll be lovely when eventually, like I want to be able to pay Roger and Gary, although they always refuse to take money. David a lot of the time refuse to take money off me. That's why I'm so lucky because a lot of managing trainers fucking rinse people, whereas mine I have to force to take money off me. I have to force Loz to take anything from me. I'm like, stay in your fucking house. Your bills, do you know what I mean? I have to force her to let me buy some food shopping. They're so good, genuine people that want to look after me. But I want to be able to one day say, no, look, fucking have this. Do you know what I mean? Pay my way well, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
You'll
But
definitely get there, mate. And I'm, you
but
know, like
people going at oh, sorry.
as I say, like you say, you've had some great sponsors. Obviously, Ebony, she's been a big part of that as well. She's helped you
Ebony
out.
Bridges, she's been supporting me for ages. Yeah, there's these people who dedicated care, and ever since I think even White Collar, they've been
Yeah.
sponsoring me. I can't even think off the top of my head now. I'll have to do a different video to shout out my sponsors. My mind's gone blank. But I tell you what, how mad is this? And this is what things like this mean the world to me. So last week, I took Morgan to a trampoline park in Sheffield. Yeah, Jumping, I think it's called. And obviously put some stories up. They've messaged me saying, "Can we use your reel, please, for our page? And you and your boy can come back for free." Like, what the
Happy
and
days.
you got people like Tyson Fury probably getting like fucking 5-star cruises for a month for nothing. Don't need it because they're millionaires. I'm getting a free trampoline session. That's 22 quid that saved me. I'm fucking buzzing. I feel like I've made it in life and things like that happen. Do you know what I mean? It don't take much to make me fucking buzzing and appreciate and grateful. So one day, like I say, I don't want to make loads of money necessarily for me and Morgan, just us. I just want the people around me to benefit, like, do you know what I mean? Like from training me and looking after me too. Because know what everyone on my team in it for the money. They're in it because they love boxing and they care about me. And I'm so fucking lucky.
And you know
Really
what?
lucky.
That's an amazing way to end the interview. Lots of love in the room for you. Lots of love here
No.
for you.
Oh, now you make me feel like a ghost in that. I was fucking. I tell you what. I got up in the night and went and got in bed with Laura and Eve. I had a right bad dream. I was fucking shit myself. I was like, when they woke up and I was in their bed, I was like, hello.
Does she not like get like scared all of a sudden she turns over and there's Stevie Levy in the bed next to her?
Eve thought I was a friend. Well, I am a friend. She thought I was someone else. I went, oh, it's you, Stevie. Who do you think I was? I had a bad dream, mate. I'll come got in your bed.
Well, listen, can anybody still buy tickets for your fight?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, as always, I've had a lot of people reserve and now can't come, which can't be helped. But it's like fuck. So
So
yeah,
where can they
40,
get the tickets from?
message me. It might take me a while to get back to you, but I will at some point go through and get back to you. I just sometimes see a message and I'll be like, right, I'll do that, and then I don't do it. It's my ADHD. Put things off, but I do get around to it eventually. But yeah, there's £45 for standard and 65 for ringside. And it is literally near. We'll say Bramwell Lane still, because it's only a 10-minute walk from there, and I will explain to everyone who's got a ticket when my brain can cope with it.
Well, listen, if anyone wants to come and see a very, very good night of boxing, that's the place to go. 14th of September, Sheffield.
And your name is Ringwalk, and I love the Ringwalk. I can't stand deciding my next Ringwalk Morgan now. I need they're gonna take some topping now. The last two have just been fucking. I think the reason I lost to Toasty is because I spent too many hours, days, nights manifesting the Ringwalk rather than manifesting actually holding the belts up. That weren't on my mind. It was walking out with Morgan to Tenacious D, and that just went perfect. I couldn't even be upset that I lost the fight because fucking I've got the best memories from the ring walk.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, we might be able to help you with a ring walk next time. Stevie, as always, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck with your
Thank you.
fight, and we'll pop down on the 14th. We'll see what's going on,
Thank you. So,
and
so
hope
I,
it
I,
goes well for
I
you.
went I went running early and done a circuit, and then I've had a bit of a stressful morning with other things, sorting other things out. So that's cheered me up speaking to you. Thank you, Mr. Ringwalk.
It's cheered
Jonathan,
us up too. We'll see.
I remembered your name.
We'll speak to you soon, Stevie Levy. All the best.
See you later. Oh, I didn't know you had a son, by the way.
Yes, I do.
How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, is he single, Daddy? I'm only joking. I'm 31. That's really paedophilia. Don't play
Right.
that bit.
On that note, I'm going. Nice one,
Bye.
Stevie Levy. Thank
Oh no,
you.
I don't go. I do go, but I don't go. I got you.